So, good morning, everyone. Today, again, I'm going to start with the recall what we have done in our previous class. So, in our previous class, we have started with causes of poverty. What are the main causes of poverty? So, there we have read that. Let me share my screen. Yes, there we have read that it is the low level income development under the British colonial administration, the policies of colonial government that ruined traditional handicrafts and discouraged development of industries like textile. So this was the first historical cause we have seen of poverty. Uh, just because of this British colonial administration, the poverty came here. This resulted in less job opportunities and low growth rate of incomes, and this less job opportunities and low growth rate in incomes had accompanied by the high growth rate of population. So these were the main reasons we have seen, or we can say main causes for poverty. Then next we have seen that unable to find proper jobs, that is we have seen about the job seekers, that unable to find proper jobs in the cities, many people started working in as rickshaw pullers, vendors, construction workers, domestic servants, etc. And with regular small income only, these people could not afford proper housing, and that is why they started living in slum, leading to poverty. Slums, I already made you clear what does the word slum means. Slum means the filthy area in which the temporary houses are made, and there's lack of sanitation, proper sanitation facilities is also there. Lack of proper sanitation, and in that type of condition, filthy condition, the people are means had to live there. Because of the less income, they were not affording the big houses and proper permanent houses. Next we have seen that one of the major reasons for this is for the poverty is the unequal distribution of land and other resources also. So another important reason, or we can say cause, is unequal distribution of land and other resources. Then next we have seen that uh, in order to fulfill social obligations and observe religious ceremonies also, people spend a lot of money, and since poor people hardly have anything for saving, they borrow, and they are unable to repay back. And because of this poverty, they become victims of indebtedness, means they are under the pressure of had to returning the money to somebody else, and this becomes an important factor again for the cause of poverty. Then we have seen that after this, we have started with the intro was given for anti poverty measures. Now we will continue our lesson with anti poverty measures. In this, uh, we have seen now first anti-poverty measure means there are so many schemes which were formulated, which were started to affect this poverty, to stop this poverty, or we can say to reduce this poverty directly or indirectly. And some of them, these policies are: first we will read about national this Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005. So the act provides 100 days of assured employment. Now this act provides 100 days of assured employment, means for at least 100 days the individual will have the employment or can have the job. And every year to every rural household in 200 districts, and this job will be provided every year to every rural household. Rural means the village household, the people who are living in village. So the villagers will get at least 100 days employment, and 100 days employment in 200 districts of India. Then later the scheme will be extended to 600 districts. Now previously it was started with 200 districts only, to provide the jobs to 200 districts. Then afterwards it extended to 600 districts. One third of proposed jobs would be reserved for women. Okay, now then we have started with the central government will also establish the National Employment Guarantee Funds. Similarly, state governments will establish state employment guarantee funds for implementation of the scheme. So for to implement, to start this policy, to execute this policy, the state government and the central government will both help to enhance this policy so that all the people get the jobs, means at least the targeted people can get the jobs. Then under the program, if an applicant is not provided employment, if the applicant, the one who had asked for the employment for the job, and if he is not provided with the job within 15 days, then he will be entitled to a daily unemployment allowance. That means if a person in under this who had asked for the job and did not receive the job under this policy, National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, then that individual is liable for the daily unemployment allowance. Means because he or she is not having the employment and he has asked for the job and he is not getting the job under this policy, then he will get the allowance. Allowance means the income, the salary as an unemployment member also. So another important scheme is being National Food for Work Program, that is NFWP, National Food for Work Program, which was launched in 2004 in 150 most backward districts. Now, most backward districts, this uh, program was launched. The program is open to all rural people who are in need of wage employment. Now this program is also made for the rural people, because we see that most of the people population of India depends on agricultural activities, and that is not the permanent activity because it is a seasonal activity, and thus more and more employment is needed for the villagers. That is why this program was also for the means for the poor, rural poor people who were in need for the wage employment to get the income. Then desire to do manual unskilled work, that means any unskilled work. If they are not skilled in anything, they can also do the other works apart from the skilled labor. They can give other um, their hard work for the other jobs also. At that time they can be given the jobs accordingly under this policy. So it is implemented as 100% centrally sponsored scheme, and food grains are provided free of cost to states. So several other policies were also implemented, that 100% centrally sponsored schemes and food grains are provided free of cost to the states. Means food grains are provided free of cost without taking any money to these states. Now once the Narega is in force, the NFWP will be subsumed within this program. Then once this Narega comes in force, this Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act will come into force. This next is policy will be subsumed. Subsume means will be in merge in that only. Then next year we will see that Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. In this, we have seen that it is another scheme which was started in 1993. And this scheme aims of the program is to create self-employment opportunities for the educated unemployed youth in rural areas and small towns. So in rural areas and in small towns, the educated unemployed youth are there. This scheme provides the employment job opportunities for self-employment to these educated unemployed people, and they are helped in setting up small business and industries. And through this policy, these educated unemployed youth are provided with a helping hand with to set up small business and industries. So this is another scheme started by the government. Next, Rural Employment Generation Program, that is in short we say REGP, and it was launched in 1995. And this aim was of the program is to create self-employment opportunities in rural areas and small towns. Now this rural employment generation program also helped to create self-employment, means uh, themselves they can be indulged in some or the other employment opportunities or activities in rural areas in which they can do the work themselves. A target for creating 25 lakh new jobs. So 25 new jobs were created under this 10th 5-year plan. Now next is Swarjanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana. That means this is SGSY, and this was launched here. This was launched in 1999. Swarjanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana, and this was launched in 1999. The program aims at bringing the assisted poor families above the poverty line by organizing them into self-help groups through a mix of bank credit and government subsidy. Means they can get the subsidy, the little amount of money from the government also, and with the help of bank also they can get credit or loans to start the self help groups, the to make the groups who can help themselves. Means those who are the members of that group, they can help the members of the group in getting the jobs. So this was another scheme launched by the government. Now, under the Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, that is PMGY, launched in 2000, additional central assistance is given to states for basic services such as primary health, primary education, rural shelter, rural drinking water, and rural electrification. So this in this Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, the central assistance means a little bit help is given to the states to provide the basic facilities to the people. And what type of basic facilities are provided through this policy? That is at least primary health, at least the pre-primary education they will get the rural areas, plus rural shelter homes. The houses can be provided for the uh, people who are not having their own houses. Proper clean drinking water, pure drinking water can be provided to the rural areas, plus electrification can be done in these villages. So under this policy Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, all these things were for the help of the villagers. Now next we see that the result, sorry, another important scheme is Antodaya Anna Yojana. Now, last but not the least is Antodaya Anna Yojana, and this about this scheme you will learn in the next coming chapters. Clear? This is also the scheme started by the government to provide the food grains to the rural poor families. So the result of these programs have been mixed. One of the major reasons for this effectiveness is the lack of proper implementation and right targeting. That means the result of these programs have been mixed, means not proper result have been, means the government has not got the proper result after launching so many policies, so many programs for the help of or for the reduction of the poverty, just because of the lack of proper implementation. Just because it was not properly executed, the it was not properly started, and right targeting, and it was not targeted on the right individual or at the right sphere. Moreover, there has been a lot of overlapping of schemes, means one after another schemes came, uh, means continuously, and that is why there was nothing to see which scheme was proper, and which can result in the decrease of the poverty. in the reduction of the poverty. Despite good intention, the benefits of these schemes are not fully reached to the deserving people. Though the intention, though the benefits, if it would have implemented in the proper way, these policies have been implemented in the proper way, but then also the results have been not fully reached to the deserving poor. Those who really deserved the benefits of these schemes, they did not get these the benefits from these schemes. And thus the major emphasis in recent years is on proper monitoring of all the poverty alleviation programs. So the emphasis should be made for the proper monitoring, for the proper seeing, going through all these policies where it is lacking. Clear this much about all the anti-poverty measures or the policies started by the government to for the reduction of the poverty. Now the challenge ahead. The last topic, the challenge ahead. Poverty has certainly declined in India. Though we see that poverty has certainly declined, but despite the progress, poverty reduction remains India's most compelling challenge. Though poverty has declined in India, but then still today also it is a powerful challenge for India. Wide disparities, because wide differences in the poverty are visible between rural and urban areas. This poverty has become a powerful challenge for Indian people, for India, because of the great differences of poverty which are clearly visible between rural and urban areas. And among different states, certain social and economic groups more vulnerable to poverty. There are means different states, certain social and economic groups are more vulnerable to poverty. Though there is wide differences between rural and urban employment or poverties, there is also a social and economic groups which are more vulnerable to the poverty, which are more means uh, targeted for the poverty. Poverty reduction is expected to make better progress in the next 10 to 15 years. This would be possible mainly due to the higher economic growth, increasing stress on universal free elementary education, declining population growth. So this poverty reduction will be help means will be means it is, we hope that in the coming 10 to 15 years this poverty reduction will be certainly there, if it is that there is higher economic growth, there is increase in elementary education, there is decrease in population growth, and increasing empowerment of the women, means women are given more also given more importance in the day to day life, and economically weaker sections of the society are also given importance. So these are the important things. If we will keep in mind, then only we will get our uh, challenge fulfilled, that is to the reduction of the poverty. The official definition of poverty, however, captures only a limited part of what poverty really means to people. So, what poverty really means, it about a minimum subsistence according to the people, that the minimum subsistence level, that means how at least the basic facilities they to fulfill the requirements of day to day life should be fulfilled by each and every individual, rather than a reasonable level of living, means rather to get a luxurious life they should at least get the uh, livelihood, means basic necessities facilities. Many scholars advocate that we must broaden the concept into human poverty, and that is why many scholars say that we this concept, instead of only poverty, it should be considered as human poverty. A large number of people have been able to feed themselves, but do they have education? Though the people are having enough of food, at least twice a meal a day, but then also they are not having proper education, proper shelter, proper healthcare, job security is not there, and their most important thing is their self confidence has become low just because of the lack of these things. And thus is the practice of child labor is still common? Yes, the worldwide experience shows that with the development of the definition, what constitutes poverty also changes. So if we will put this poverty as in the broadest sense in human poverty category, then we should think of whether only people need enough of food for the basic if food is the only basic requirement for the individual, or these all things like proper job facilities, education, healthcare, sanitation, all these things are also important if we will keep this category into human poverty. Then eradication of poverty is also a moving target. Eradicate means to remove or to suppress completely. This poverty is always the moving target. The target is always the same, that's to completely remove the poverty. Hopefully we will be able to provide the minimum necessary in terms of only income to all people by the end of the next decade. But the target will move on from many of the bigger challenges that still remains. That is, not only the poverty is to be targeted, but to remove poverty, we have to also uh, face bigger challenges like providing healthcare facilities to each and every individual. Then education, job security should be provided for all, and achieving gender equality and dignity for poor. Dignity for poor means the respect for poor. These will be even bigger task, a greater challenge apart from poverty. So to reduce poverty in our country, we have to first achieve our goals in giving these type of facilities to each and every individual. Thus we come to an end of the lesson. But one thing to be noted, that I am not going to give you question and answers of this lesson. I will not share any question answers just now. We will do it after the half yearly exams.